Well, hey Capricorn, and welcome back to PeonyLore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is going to serve as your reading for the month of September for all sun, moon, and rising signs, okay? I hope everyone's August was really, really good. I've told all of the other signs that I had to take the month off to do me. A lot of upgrades for me, a lot of new gifts were revealed, some different ways of, this one, it just didn't fall, new ways of supporting individuals with my services. So, you know, it wasn't bad, but the 8/8 lines get kicked me in the boo-boo, so to speak. And so I needed to take the remainder of the month to try to just kind of put it together. And I tell you, when you got to take your breaks, you got to take your breaks. So I hope everyone's been doing well. Now, you'll see that this month the readings are a little bit out of order. Typically, I just try to go in birth order, but there's a lot of stuff that's getting ready to happen for you, Capricorn, because we've had so many different planets in retrograde for so long, and finally, all the ones that are affecting you, or a lot of them that are affecting you, are going to be going direct this month of September. So I wanted to make sure that I had an opportunity to get it out there for you as soon as I possibly could, so that you could take the best advantage of all the things that are going on for you. So this spread that we're doing is a 9-card spread. What it is that we're focusing on is your current energies, your strengths, some hidden influences that you need to know, and then we have a specific card for each of the different elements that will be clarified by a separate oracle deck over here. We do have some healing cards that we're going to be reviewing up front, but then the final 2 cards that will come in after the element will help me to read into how it all goes together with energies that are coming in from the past, and then energies that are going into the future for the next 30 days. This is a healing reading. This information is meant to be received and understood as spirit helping you with these particular components on the board this particular month. Thank you, thank you, thank you, for your best and highest good. So we go 1, 2, wow, okay, I like that order. I like that order. At the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for us to try to make sure that we can accomplish is helping you get to the point where you are able to stand your ground with the 7 of Rods here, okay? That's ultimately what we're going to be working on, and how we're going to be able to do that first is by taking a look at this light language activator card here. Just take a moment and absorb that beautiful energy in. Okay, the title of this card is Wisdom. It's card number 44. It's talking about your psychic, your intuition, and being truthful about some different things that are going on. We also have a Naughty Unicorn card that's going to come out to support you, Capricorn. And what they're basically trying to tell you is for you to do you. Specifically, stop trying to change people, because that shit never works. So utilize more of your individual energy for you. Focus on your wisdom, focus on your intuition and your particular psychic gifts, and how are you going to be able to do that and best support yourself. The healing angels are saying do a little bit of focus work on your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is so important for your creativity. But it's also mentioning the fact that you particularly are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and other energies right now. So respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. Stay in your own lane and do you, right? Okay? Be in your element of the wisdom that you actually naturally have, okay? So that is what the angels would like to make sure that you can take advantage of this month. Okay. So, as we get into the reading here, the first element that shows, the first card that shows up in your present energy, this is kind of how you're feeling about things currently, is you are feeling as though you are the magician, okay? You are feeling that specific Gemini and Virgo energy that is going on this particular moment. Having all of the different elements that are necessary in order to get to the next place and the next plane in your earth walk, your journey, your spiritual path, your growth here. Okay, so a couple of different things that I want to be able to bring up for you is the fact that right now, Saturn is in retrograde, okay? It is currently in Capricorn. It will finally go direct in the end of September, around the 28th. And if you felt a little bit stagnant with reviewing of your goals and having the ability to kind of slow down a little bit, which has created some challenges for you in setting boundaries, know that before the end of this month, you are going to be able to see some forward momentum and get past a little bit of those challenges. So that is one thing I wanted to make sure that we talked about. The other thing that is going on right now is that Jupiter currently is in Capricorn, obviously, as you know, and that is responsible for inner growth. It is responsible for ideas and beliefs and self-improvement, with a lot of brainstorming that's going on. Now, this has also been in retrograde since May, and it is going to turn direct between the 11th and the 12th. So mid-month, there's some more forward momentum that's getting ready to happen for you. Okay, and I just really wanted to make sure that I brought those things up, because the final thing that's kind of been going on is that Capricorn is also retrograde in the sign of Pluto, and the Pluto affects addictions. It also affects your receptivity for new insights and purging of habits, literally also like decluttering your own life. That will remain in retrograde until the beginning of October. Okay, it will go direct, and you'll have more forward momentum with that if you felt a little bit stagnant, or you're feeling kind of the back end of some of those different things. So you have a lot going on, Capricorn. Obviously, you have a lot going on. So the full moon is coming up the 1st and the 2nd of September, and depending upon what part of the time zone you're in, and obviously those energies will be around for a few days. But when the sign, when it goes into the new, the signage, the full moon is actually going into Pisces. Okay, so that is some great information just to get you started again. You know, Pisces and Cancer and Aquarius and Capricorn, you guys had to be the first signage because of all of the different ways that the retrogrades are most affecting you guys. Whew, that was a mouthful, but I got through it. So, again, you are aware, you're feeling strong in a lot of different senses. A lot of you, not all of you, but a lot of you are feeling very, very strong, and you're feeling the element of yourself is as being the magician, that Gemini and Virgo, a lot of third eye, but you're also very elusive, and there is that opportunity for you to continue to create miracles and magic for yourself with those particular energies. Now, the strength for you, Capricorn, right now is your ability to appreciate the strength and speed at which information is coming towards you right now. And not everyone is capable of being able to kind of pare that down. You guys had to really slow down with all of these different energies, but you have probably one of the better abilities right now to appreciate the accelerated motion, this 8 of Rods energy that is here in order to allow you to navigate these past crazy freaking 30, 60, 90 days that's going on. But it's all, like I said, it's getting ready to go direct. So you're going to be able to utilize all of this swift and fast energy a lot better than a lot of other people. This accelerated motion, again, a lot of information coming to you, including a lot more downloads, okay? From your spirit guides, from your angels, from your higher self. So be prepared to receive those kinds of informational pieces. Now, what you may not be aware of at this particular moment in the third position here is some hidden influences, or perhaps a weakness that the universe wants to try to help you get through. This is the 5 of Cups information. Traditional deck, it's the two cups standing up with the 3 cups spilled in the back, and this really can be a self-imposed pity party if you aren't recognizing the fact that just because those cups are spilled doesn't mean that the 2 that are still standing don't hold value right? They still continue to hold value. And yes, there might have been an emotional loss. And yes, there might have been something that is regretful that you may have taken part of in the previous 30, 60 days, but you don't have to stay in that element. So there is going to be an opportunity for you to make that apology, or there's going to be an apology that is going to be made to you. Something is going to be made right with this particular emotional loss. Okay. So just be aware that that's coming up for you. All right. Now, we're going to start talking about the different elements and the cards that are drawn for the elements. We're going to start with the element of air, communication, mental thought process, right? And what we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is indicative of moving on, coming out of troubled waters, coming out of some places that were kind of sticky and kind of being able to go through smooth waters. It also indicates that there is a guide that is with you right now that is allowing you excuse me, to navigate kind of this crazy stuff. All right. But moving on in the right direction within your thought process with the way that you're communicating is going to be the best thing that's going to serve you here in the month of September. Okay. Now we're going to move on into our fire element. So your passion, your creativity, the physical action that you need to take in this particular month. And in that particular action that we need to take, and we're coming up with the shadow card, which is the same as the moon card. Hello, Cancer, Pisces, information, right? A lot of thinking. It is also very specifically responsible for the sacral chakra. Okay. So you're being asked to take the action that the angels are giving you with this information. Do what you can to detox if that's what it is that you need to do. Whether it's from people, situations, things, or like they're saying here, harsh energies. It could be just having too many chemicals in your food. Whatever the case may be, you are going to be given the information that's practical, not only here in this format, but there's other information that's going to be coming towards you that you're going to need to be aware of, that is going to allow you to be more active. And that sacral chakra is explicitly responsible for creativity and passion. So something is going to be revealed to you that is going to help support you in that area. Very nice. Okay, so now we're going to move into the earth and energy, realistic, physical, practical aspects of what it is that you need to be able to bring to the table. Your earth walk, right? Okay, physical action. But what we're getting is spiritual union. If you are not coupled up with somebody right now, there is the potential that walking on the earth, there could be someone here that is going to be coming in partnership with you, okay, within a relationship, or if you are already coupled up with someone, it could be also a business partnership, or just a coming together of two people that have like-minded thought process, okay. The other thing that it could be is really coming into connection with your higher self, but there is a joining together that is going to happen in your physical earth walk here before the end of the month, and that's an awesome thing. Now, as we move on into your water element, your emotions, your relationships, the sensitivity, the sensitive things that are coming up, we do have the wisdom card, and the wisdom card is the Hierophant, okay? And the Hierophant is a beautiful thing. It's talking about wisdom, whether it's your own innate wisdom. It is also earth and energy. So there's an inner teacher, there's knowledge, there's really good judgment. And this is also indicative of the heart chakra that's coming up here. Something is going on with you in this particular area that is going to really spark you. You need to become your own inner teacher. You need to strengthen up your knowledge and use the best good judgment that you have within your heart chakra yourself. So I think it's very funny. Well, it is funny that they continue to say for you to do you. Okay. You need to focus on what it is that you're trying to do right now. The more that you focus in, whether it's positive affirmations or whatever the case may be, just focus on you. You do the work for yourself, because before the end of this month, it is going to be the best supporting thing for you. So use that innate wisdom that's coming from your own self, from friends, colleagues, whatever the case may be. Take those bits of information and use that bit of information that's there for you. It's almost childlike energy in a sense, but it is something that's going to be most supportive for you guys coming up for this particular month. Now, the energy that's being carried through from the past 30, 60 days is the Three of Cups energy, which is rejoicing and celebration. And little tiny things need to be celebrated just as much as big successes, right? So this also tells me that there was a collaboration that perhaps started here in the last 30 days as well. So that energy is carrying through. Now, what's getting ready to happen, and this is the card that's popping up here within the next 90 days, excuse me, within the next 30 days here at the end of the month. Now, what we have here is the Eight of Swords energy. So this is a lot of mental energy for you. So there's going to be a lot. Okay. Now, this card is titled Trapped in Fear, but here's why I believe this is a really good thing. The traditional deck shows the image of the gal who's got the blindfold on, hands behind her back, sitting between two sets of 4 swords. Now, some people will say, oh, well, she's stuck and she's not seeing the things that she needs to see. What I believe and how it comes to me is that she is free to use her senses that is being given to her from spirit, okay? And in blind faith, walk past something that is not in her best and highest good, being led right down the path, right down the middle of what needs to happen. So she's freeing herself from something that she thought was a self-imposed limitation. And if the 2 actual Rider-Waite cards were here, you would see that the 2 sections of the moon, right? The moon sits on top of this particular card here, and the 2 sets of the 4 swords and the 4 swords, you are being guided down the middle, if you will. So by the end of the month, where you think or where you have thought that you maybe didn't have the mental capacity at some point, you are going to be given everything that you need, because they are delivering you right down the middle path for your best and highest good. And what they're asking you to do, because you are going to be victorious, you are going to be able to stand above the rest. The little ankle biting bedwetters can't touch you, because you are in the 7 of rods energy, the 7 of wands, the 7 of rods. It's the same kind of terminology. It just depends upon, how you learned it. Stand your ground, right? Be in that appreciative mode that you've navigated all of these different things and you are getting ready to go into some great places. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to do a clarifier from the oracles that are set up for each of the different elements. And I'm going to start with the sign of earth. And the earth cards that are going to be supported is from the actual earth deck itself. So let me just give that a quick shuffle. All right. The spiritual union. What do we have for the spiritual union? Practical matters that we need to know about. Capricorn. September. Ooh, that was fast. Okay, so this is the iceberg. Okay. There's a lot of information that's submerged. So there is something that's at the very tippity top of the surface here. There's a lot more that's underneath it when it comes to this union with somebody else. Practical information is you may need to get down to the bottom of a situation if it comes to a heart matter or a business decision, because you're only seeing the top level. There's a lot more that's deep down and it's submerged into it. So that's the practical advice for you, Capricorn, in the element of earth, okay? Realistic and practical things that you need to be able to do for this particular month. Thank you. Now we're going to move into the element of your fire area, and the dragon, poop. The dragon element is going to be able to support us. I'll grab those in just a second. So what do the dragons want to support us with? And the fire element, which is really the passion, the creativity, and the action, which we're being talked to about with the sacral chakra. What is the moon? What else can the dragons help us with as far as to shadow this moon energy that's there? There it is. Ooh, that's a major one. Alpha dragon energy. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Creation. Are you guys seeing how this all goes together? Destroy the old. Visualize your dream and help to manifest a new world. This is powerful. You're going to be given information coming out of the shadow here to help you support that. Okay? That is completely badass. Now I'm just going to pause the camera for just 2 seconds while I go and grab these other deck pieces that fell. Be right back. Okay, had to get all those back up here. All right, so the next element that we're going to work on, the fairies are actually going to give us information in our air area, okay? So our air is communication. What else can the fairy support us with the Six of Wands information with regards to moving on, moving forward, or being guided? Ooh, it's this one. I fat fingered it back in. Ah, okay. So the card that we have here is nature's signs. Be receptive to the subtle Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We only need open our hearts and our minds. There's an opportunity for you to kind of slow down a little bit, especially when you're receiving a lot of that information. So things are coming at you super, super quickly. Just they're asking you the communication, the next pieces of information that are going to come to you are going to be in calm, which is going to come from nature. So I love that. So nature is acting as one of your guides, and they're providing you with more information as it comes to moving forward in the next steps with the next direction. I think that is so beautiful. Okay, now the final card that we're going to pull here is going to be obviously in our water area, our emotions. And so we have the Sacred Geometry deck here. And I know that I'll read a passage from whatever card comes up that will help support this Hierophant card that shows up here. All right, inner teacher, this knowledge, this flow of emotion with that information that we have. What do we need to know here? Oh, I've made a mess over here in this corner. Awakening. Ooh, the 0 card. Wow. That's really beautiful. So, Akashic Records and Conscious Evolution. So, we have 2 beautiful whales here. Look at this particular card. And I will go into the pages here, and I will read just the beginning of the passage, and then I will snap a still, and I will put it at the end of the reading so that on your free time you can go through and read the additional information that's for you. Okay, whoops, wrong book, my bad. We want the Sacred Geometry book. It's such a beautiful card though, such a beautiful card. All right, why am I not finding this card here? Hello. All right. Some of you are old enough to know what that theme song is from. Oh, what? Come on now. There is no way. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, so the Awakening card. Akashic Records, Conscious Evolution. The greatest teacher is my soul. I am awakening and experiencing my soul communicating with me now in all that I do. You're experiencing conscious evolution. You are vibrating at a higher frequency than ever before. You are awakening and attuning to your soul's calling as you walk your path in this physical lifetime. Time seems to move faster as these resonant shifts occur. Wow, that's actually really kind of cool. They're telling me to speak about the crystals, but I will make sure that I snap the rest of the pages so that you can read it on your own. So here's the crystals that are suggestions for you. Ooh, and I have pretty much all of these. Larimar, which is blue. A Herkimer diamond that came out of a mine in New York, Herkimer, New York. Apophyllite pyramids. Ooh, yes. They're very tiny. They're about that big, but they're kind of in the shape of a pyramid, like a rounded off pyramid, or any clear quartz. You can use, clearly, I have a lot of clear quartz around here. So those are the crystals that are going to be used to best support you with this new information that's coming in, that they're asking you to kind of go in and utilize this information, okay? One more time, here's what that card looks like, all right? So, Capricorn, I know that was very, very fast. I know that was very, very fast, but I know I was guided to make sure that you were in on that particular piece right away, and I just feel one more time that it's worthy to go through this light language card. It's embedded with light language, which will help you with that awakening with your psychic and your intuition and the truth about what it is that you're getting ready to bring, not only to yourself, but perhaps to other people as you're going through your awakening here. So, I hope that you found some good value out of this particular reading. If you did, consider hitting the like, share, and subscribe button. So just in case this particular reading didn't necessarily give you all the particular details that you wanted, take a look at the other signs as you are aware of where they're at in your particular chart in order to bring the rest of the details together for you. I am available for personal readings. All that information will be down in the description box should you be called to it. But other than that, I want to say thank you very much, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, Capricorn.